Welcome back to the channel. Umeed ka Safar, your destination for powerful true stories of resilience, hope, and human determination. Today's story is about a man who had nothing but a dream, a few dollars, and an old car to sleep in, and yet today, he stands as the proud owner of not one, not two, but over 20 hotels across the country. His name is Javon McCormick, and his story is not just about becoming rich or successful, but about how a person can rise from the deepest struggles if they keep walking forward, one step at a time. Javon was born to a black pimp father and a white single mother who cleaned houses to make ends meet. He grew up surrounded by violence, racism, and extreme poverty. As a child, he often didn't know when his next meal would come. He was exposed to crime, abuse, and homelessness at a very young age, and the odds were completely stacked against him. As a teenager, he faced constant rejection, from people, from the system, and from life itself. He worked low-paying jobs, scraped together pennies just to survive, and eventually found himself sleeping in his car when he had nowhere else to go. That car became his bed, his shelter, and his thinking space. Every night, parked in quiet alleys or gas stations, he would close his eyes and tell himself, "I'm not staying here forever." Instead of falling into despair, he used those quiet nights to dream big and plan small steps. He saved every extra dollar, worked multiple jobs, and eventually landed a low-level job at a mortgage company. From there, he watched, he learned, and he absorbed everything he could. He studied how the business ran, how clients were handled, and how leadership made decisions. While others clocked out and went home, Javon stayed late, asked questions, and read every business book he could get his hands on. Slowly but surely, he started to climb, from assistant to associate, and then into management. But Javon wasn't content with just a job, he wanted to build something of his own. With his savings and a small loan, he took the biggest risk of his life. He purchased his first run-down motel. Everyone told him it was a bad investment. But he worked day and night, cleaned the rooms himself, handled bookings, fixed broken toilets, and treated every guest with respect. The motel started to turn a profit. Then came the second one, then the third. Within a few years, he had built a small chain of hotels, all through grit, learning, and treating people right. But Javon didn't stop. He kept investing not just in properties, but in people, hiring those from difficult backgrounds, mentoring young workers, and creating jobs for others who had once been written off just like he was. His story began to catch attention in the business world, and soon, he was invited to speak at leadership events, podcasts, and universities. He used his platform not to brag, but to educate and inspire. He told people, "Don't let where you start define where you finish." His past, full of hardship, racism, and homelessness, didn't break him. It shaped him into a resilient, humble, and driven man who now owns a multi-million-dollar hospitality business. Today, Javon is not just a hotel owner, he's also a best-selling author, a motivational speaker, and a mentor to countless young people across America. He shares his journey not to gain fame, but to prove that with consistent hard work, a good heart, and a never-give-up attitude, anyone can transform their life. From the backseat of a car to the boardroom of luxury hotels, his story is a beacon for anyone struggling today. He often says that the worst moments in life can become your greatest fuel if you learn from them instead of running from them. Imagine what it must have felt like, once sleeping in parking lots, with barely enough gas to drive, and now pulling up to hotels where his name is on the ownership deed. He turned his pain into purpose, his failures into fuel, and his dreams into reality. Through Umeed ka Safar, we want to celebrate heroes like Javon, those who've fallen hard but risen higher, not because they were lucky, but because they refused to stay down. His journey reminds us all that success doesn't always start in fancy offices or with rich families. Sometimes, it begins in the front seat of a car, parked under a streetlight, with nothing but belief in yourself. If you're facing hard times, if the world seems unfair, just remember Javon. Remember that the road to greatness is paved with struggle, rejection, and 1,000 small steps. Every night he spent in that car could have been the end, but he chose to see it as the beginning. And that made all the difference. So if you're out there thinking your circumstances are too tough, your dreams too big, or your life too broken, think again. Because one day, your story might inspire millions just like Javon's. Thank you for watching Umeed Ka Safar, where stories of pain turn into stories of power. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more real-life journeys that remind us all that hope is stronger than hardship. Until next time, keep believing, keep working, and never stop walking your Safar of Umeed.